Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, in the name of HP, who is that? HP and Real Abhilash. Okay, HP and Realme.
Realme, I don't know.
Realme, who is that? Realme 2 Pro.
Sir, Viresh.
Viresh. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So some candidate missing. No problem. Some candidate was missing, so that's the reason I'm. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So we'll continue. So last class we discussed about types of projects, and as a consultant what are the roles we used to play, right? And today we'll discuss types of servers, or it is also called as SAP Landscape. 1 minute. Sorry. So we'll discuss today types of servers, and or it is also called as SAP Landscape. SAP Landscape means arrangement of server. Arrangement of servers. Okay, types of servers or SAP Landscape. So usually the system or servers will be arranged by basis consultant. Servers will be arranged by basis consultant. Basis consultant. Basis consultants. Okay, please mute yourself. Okay, we are having three types of servers. Like first one is development server. Development server. Then quality and assurance server, QAS server. Okay, and assurance server. Then production PROD, production server. So we are having three types of server, like development server, quality server, then production server. So in development server, we used to work, consultant used to work in this level. So this is what back-end server, right? So this is what we call as back-end server, where we are going to work. Consultant used to work here. And here in development server, it has been categorized into two types. It has been categorized into two types. Number one is technical, and second one is functional. Second one is functional. Okay. So we, as a consultant, we used to work in development server. And development server has been divided into two types. One is technical and second one is functions. As a functional consultant, as we discussed, we are going to work with the functional side of SAP. And as a functional consultant, we used to work in development server, that too in functional side. Okay, again, functional side, we are having two types again. Functional side, we are having two types. One is sandbox and second one is golden client. Sandbox and second one is golden client. So sandbox means it is called as rough server. Rough server means in this server we are going to do some experiments, or we can do experiments or trial and error kind of things, or R&D. So all these kind of experiment we can do in sandbox. That's the reason it's called as rough server. So once you satisfy with configurations or your configuration is okay, then what we do, we are going to reconfigure in golden clients. So once, I'll explain here. So golden client is called as clean client. Very client. Client means here is server. Client means server. So client, golden client is, it's a very clean server. So after satisfying configurations in sandbox, that OK configurations we do, or we reconfigure in golden client. Golden client, reconfigure in golden client. Because it's a very neat clear, there is no option to maintain, or there is no option to do any experiment in golden client. So that's the reason. So what are the configurations, that OK configurations, what we do in sandbox, that need to reconfigure. From sandbox to golden client, we are not having any transport option. We cannot transport the configuration from sandbox to golden client. We need to reconfigure it. Okay. So after reconfiguring in golden client, what we need to do, we need to transport these configurations to quality department or quality server to quality check. Okay, so I need to transfer or transport my configurations to development, from development to quality server. Why? Because so I'm okay with my configurations, my client should be happy with that configuration, right? So that's the reason we are going to transport or transfer the configurations to quality, where customer or client used to test the configurations. So in this server, client is going to test our configurations. Okay, once he is okay with that configuration, then that configurations will move to production department. That configurations will move to production department. Okay, that configuration is moved to production department. This is production department or production server called as live server. Live server. So where end user used to work. End user used to work here. Okay, in interview if they ask, tell me about your landscape, you need to tell like this. So development server and quality server, then production servers. And they may ask another question, so where do you work? So I am going to work with development server. I am going to work with development server. Okay. Then after that they may ask, do you have access of production server? As a consultant, do you have access of production server? Your answer should be no, because we are not having any access to production server. As a consultant, we do work with development server. We are not going to work in live servers. So this is what we call as front end, right? This is a back end. Okay, so this is a arrangement of server where we are having three types of server: development server, quality server, and production server. In development server, there are two types of servers again. One is technical and second one is functional. In functional, we are having again two types: sandbox and golden client. Sandbox is a rough server where we do some experiment or trial and error and research and development, all these kind of activities we do in sandbox. Once we are done with our configurations, what we do, we are going to reconfigure in golden client because it is called as clean client. Then what are the configuration we did in development server that need to transfer to quality server to test the configuration. So client is going to test the configuration in quality server. Once he is happy with that configuration, then that data will be transported to production server. Production server is a live server where end user used to work. As a consultant, we are not going to work in live server or production server. Okay, so this is what landscape or types of servers. Fine. Next, layers of servers. Layers of servers. Layers of servers. Again, here also we are having three layers, like presentation, or called as GUI. Presentation or GUI. What is GUI? GUI stands for graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Then another server we called as layer, another layer, application layer, then database layer. So what is presentation? Presentation means what are the things we are going to see in screen or system is going to present to you. That is what we call as presentation. Means what are the things we are going to see in the screen. System is going to present that thing to you. That is what we call as presentation layer. Then what are the activities we do in that particular software or particular screen is called as application. Then after working with that application, we are going to save that things or we are going to save the data. That data will be called that data will be saved in database server. In SAP, in ERP technology, this technology is called as R3 tier technology. R3 tier. R3 means real 3 tiers. 3 tiers means presentation, application, database. This is a real 3 tier. Or it is also called as ERP technology. ERP means enterprise resource planning, or ECC. ECC stands for ERPs. ECC stands for ERPs, central component. Central components. ERP stands, ECC stands for ERP's central components. So this is what we call as three-layer, sorry, or three-tier technology, where presentation layer is there, application layer, and database layer. So in this technology, the database, we are having two database. One is local database, and we are having one more database, main database. So this local database is linked with main database. This local database is linked with main database. Okay, whenever we want to pull the report, the data will be get stored in main database. Then that will be pulled to, or that will come to local database, and after that we can the system will present to you. So this is what we called as R3 technology. And whereas main database will be hired by SAP has hired main database from Oracle. Okay, Oracle or Sybase or SQL, like that. Because SAP is not having their own database server till 2015. Till 2015, SAP doesn't have their own database server. So whenever we require to generate big reports, whenever we want to generate big reports, it will take a lot of time, because the data need to come to local database, main database, from main database it has to come to local database, then it should present to us. So it will take a lot of time to generate one big reports. So in order to avoid all these kind of things or mistakes, SAP has come up with their own database server in 2015 called as HANA. HANA is SAP's own database server. SAP own database server. So now the concept of local database and main database is we are not having that one, because we are having only one database called HANA, and database has been changed, and as well as application also changed. In ERP technology, application like FICO, materials management, sales and distribution, production planning, HR. So these are the applications which comes in ERP. And in HANA database, so in application means in ERP technology, these are the application that will be get saved in local database, and that will be local database is linked with main database, right? That main database will be in Oracle. Okay, now the SAP has built their own database server, and application has also changed as S4 HANA. HANA is a database server, S4 HANA is a application. HANA is a database server, S4 HANA is a application. Okay, so application has changed, like FICO has been changed to Simple Finance or S4 Finance. S4 means simplify, fourth generation, S4 Finance. Sourcing and procurement. SD HANA Sales. PP HANA Manufacturing. HANA Manufacturing. Success Factor. So these are the application which has changed in S4 HANA. Okay, then along with this application and database, presentation server also layer also changed. In HANA, the presentation layer is Fiori. So these are the changes, and in our training we are going to concentrate on ERP applications, ERP application only, because without knowing this ERP you cannot go with S4 HANA. So this is a basic or foundation. After that you can go with these applications. Okay. After that we are going to concentrate on ERP application only. We are not going to teach you this one, S4 HANA, we are not going to teach you. But some differences whenever we come to know, I'll let you know. So any differences between ERP and S4 HANA, I'll let you know whenever we got that application, or whenever we do the configurations, I'll explain what is the difference between HANA and ERP applications. But our main thing will be under ERP only. Fine. Any doubt is there regarding types of servers?
Yesterday, actually, I think in the first introduction or second class, I think there was a topic that in a functional activity, we will get an access for the end users, that is for end user also, because whatever configuration or application we do, we need to check in the end user side only.
Correct.
But in this topic, there is a difference that we will not have an access to check end users level.
Correct. Okay. So here in production is for end user level, right? But to check our configurations, we are having another server or another server called pre-production server. There we used to check our configurations. Pre-production server. There is a server called pre-production server. Pre-production server. There we are going to test our configurations.
Testing,
Yeah, test our configurations.
That was just a small doubt.
Yeah, no issue. So that is very good.
ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಇವಾಗ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ SAP ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು
ಸರ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ S4 HANA ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಸರ್. ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮಗೆ S4 HANAಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 70% ಇನ್ನೂ ERP ನಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ಗಳೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಟೈಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ERP ನಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಹಳೆ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳೇನಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೊಸಬ್ರ ಬಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ S4 HANA ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಹಳೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ERP ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನು 70% ಇನ್ನೂ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. 70%, 30% ಮಾತ್ರ S4 HANAಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. S4 HANAಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 70% ERP ನಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ
ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು S4 HANA ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಲಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕಲಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಈ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. S4 HANAಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ S4 HANA ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 3-4 ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ವೇಸ್ಟು, ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಇವನ್ ನಾವು S4 HANA ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದಾಗಲೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
ಸರ್ ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕಲಿತು S4 HANA
ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಹೌದು, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಏನು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಥರ ನೀವು ಕಲಿಲೇಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ.
ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮತ್ತು S4 ಎರಡು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ, ಬರೀ ERP
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ERP ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಲಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾರ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಈ S4 HANAದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ.
ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ S4 HANA
ಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಕಲೀಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು.
ಸರ್ ಅದನ್ನ
ಹಾಂ ಅದೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಲೀರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು IT ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು 5 years ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾಳೆನೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್, 2025 ತನಕ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಆಯಿತಾ. 2025, 27 ತನಕ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ SAP ERP ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅವರು 27ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟರೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಗ ERP S/4HANA ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೂ 5 to 7 years ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. S/4HANA ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ 5 to 7 years ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ನೀವು IT ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಈ ನಾಳೆ ಯಾವ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಹಳೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿನ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ERP ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿ
ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿರೋದು. ಕೆಲವು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ, ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ, ERP ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ HANA ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಅದರ್?
ನೀವು ಈ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಶೀಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಹಾಂ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಇದೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ. ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಟು, ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಅನಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಂತರ PDF ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಶೀಟು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು PDF ಇದೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಿಗ್ನಿಂಗಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. ಫೈನ್. ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್? Fine. We'll move to next level and we'll start the configurations. But before configurations, we need to know from where I need to start the configurations. And as we discussed yesterday, we're having two entities like SAP customer, SAP partner. So we are going to work under, as a consultant, we are going to work under partner level, and we do the configurations for our client. Right. So he's a client, he's our customer or client. So he's going to provide the details or their requirements. On the basis of their requirements, we do the configurations. So here, what we do, we assuming that we got the project from Reliance, and as a MM consultant, we do the configurations in MM level. Okay. But while working with MM, we request some configuration from other department like finance also and controlling, and we do that also. We do that configuration also because we are not having any finance consultant support here, right? Okay, so we do the configurations first. From where I need to start? First, we need to start with enterprise structure or organizational structure. So what is organization or enterprise structure? So it is a company where we are having different departments, under department which are all headings or which are all sub departments we need to create. That is what we call as enterprise structure. First we will discuss enterprise structure for materials management. Enterprise structure for materials management, and as we discussed, Reliance is our client and we are going to work for S Square Technology. That is our institute name, S Square Technology. Okay, we are going to work with S Square Technology, or we are under payroll of S Square Technology, and these are the partners. S Square is a partner and SAP customer. We are assuming that we got the project from Reliance and we are going to do the configurations for our customer. So initially what we need to start, or from where I need to start, first I need to create the company, or it is also called as client. Company or client or customer, anything. So what is client or what is customer? So it is a basic configurations, or basic thing, or basic requirement to start the configurations. So without company or without client we cannot do any configuration. So it is a basic requirement. First we require the company or client. So on the basis of client we need to start the configurations. So in SAP system, in SAP we can create client by using 6 digits. So alphanumeric keys we can use. Alphanumeric keys we can use. Say my client is Reliance. Say I can use Reliance, RIL Limited, Reliance Industries Limited. Alphanumeric keys, either I can use character, numbers, or character number combination. Okay, so alphanumeric means like that. Then under company we need to maintain the company code. Under company code we need to maintain. So what is the company code? So reconnect, we will discuss. Okay, we'll continue. So under company we need to maintain the company code. company code is nothing but what is the purpose of creating company code? So it is a required field to extract the financial statements, and it is a registered office of the operations, and it can be created by using 4 digits. In every cases we can use alphanumeric keys. So what is the purpose of company code? Company code, it is a required field to extract the financial statement, and it's a registered office of the operation. Registered of your operations means, so Reliance is a company, right? It's a company. It is also called as group of companies, right? Reliance is a group. Under that Reliance, we are having so many operations, like Reliance Communication is there, like Geo. Then Reliance Petroleum is there, Petroleum. Then diversified, I means some textile is there, Vimal Textile. Then jewelry is there, retail are there. Like that, they are involved in many type of operations, right? If you want to generate the report for communication, if you want to generate the report for petroleum, then we need to maintain the company code, or we need to create the company code, or it is also called as operations. One Geo is one operation, right? Operation of under Reliance. Petroleum is another operation. Then textile is another operation. Like that, if you want to generate the reports according to your operation, you need to maintain the company code, and it is a registered office of the operation. Registered office of the operations, where the vendor and customer is going to communicate with us. So we need to maintain the registered office. The address we need to maintain. So for that purpose, we are going to create the company code. Then under company code, need to maintain purchase organization. So what is purchase organization? Purchase organization, okay, it is a required field to purchase any material. Purchase any material. And in SAP it can be create by using 4 digits. Okay, so if you want to purchase any material, to your company, then you should come through purchase organization. So without that, we cannot purchase any material. A single material we cannot purchase without purchase organization. And under company code, we need to create purchasing organization. Okay, then under company code or under purchasing organization, we are going to create plant. So what is plant? Plant is nothing but our production unit. Or plant is nothing but it is a production unit or factory. It is also called as factory, where we are going to produce our goods. Factory, it can be create by using 4 digits. Okay, then under plant, we are having, or we need to create storage location. storage location. So after purchase of material, we need to store the material in a proper way or proper location. Whenever I require that material, we can easily pick that material and we can use that. That's the purpose. It is very important that we need to maintain the storage location and the plant. Okay. So it is a storage unit under plant. Storage unit under plant. Okay, it can be created by using 4 digits. Okay, this is what we call as enterprise structure. As a consultant, if any project comes, as a consultant, we need to configure like this. That too, only 3 configurations. Purchase organization, plant and storage locations will be created by consultant. Company and company code will be maintained by or will be created by finance department. These 2 will be created by finance department. And these are the things we need to, as a consultant, we need to create. Okay, so any doubt is there in this regard?
Hello. Sir, you told that we need to create 4-digit code. So it is for each of the processes, or one code is enough for all the processes?
Sorry, I am not getting you.
For purchase order, you need to create a 4-digit code.
Purchase organization. Yeah, purchase organization.
Organization. 4-digit for plant 4-digit.
Yes.
So it is not right. It's different codes.
Yes, different codes. Only we can use 4 characters to create that particular plant or purchase organization. This is a standard one. SAP has maintained that. That is not my creation. While creating plant, you can use only 4 characters. Fine. Okay.
Sir, group aside is there no RL TD means?
Group
ಪಕ್ಕ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ RIL TD ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ
RIL ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದಷ್ಟೇ. RIL ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. RIL ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, fine. So these configurations will be maintained by finance department. Company and company code will be created by finance department, and purchase organization, plant and storage locations will be maintained by consultant. But here we are not having any finance consultant. As a consultant, we are going to create these 2 configurations. But along with these two configurations, we require some more configurations from finance department. That I'll mention here. Apart from company and company code, we require some more configurations from finance consultant or finance department. These are as follows. Like we require fiscal year and posting period, then chart of account and account group, or chart of account and account group. Third one, document types, and number ranges. Fourth one, ledgers. Fifth one, account determination or integration. So these are the configurations I require. Please mute yourself, otherwise the voice will be recorded here. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hand and you can ask me, but please mute yourself during the class. Please mute yourself. Okay. So these are the configurations we require for our practice purpose, because we require all this data or all these configurations in next level. I'll show that one, but I don't know how to create it, right? Because we never come across with all these things, right? In our education also, we never learn all these things, right? But we require these configurations in our next configuration process, but I don't know how to create it. What we do, we are going to copy all these things from standard SAP files. We are having the option to copy these configurations. We can copy from standard one, because we never learn all these things, right? In education, we never heard also fiscal year, posting period, chart of account, what is chart of account, what is account group is, what is document types, what is ledger is, and what is integration is. That we don't know, right? As a consultant, in real time also, we know we are not going to create all these things, or we are not going to use this kind of words. But here, while practicing, we require all these things. But I don't know how to create it, or if I'm going to teach you also, you are not able to understand, because you are not come across with all these things. In education also, you never learned accounting or debit and credit, all these things, right? So you need to copy all this parameter or all these configurations from standard SAP files, because I don't know how to create it. So what I'll do, I'll mention here. So we can copy these global parameters from SAP source file. SAP source file. Example 0001 or 1000 or 4000. So either one of these source files we can use to copy the global parameters. This is what we call as global parameters. Okay. Along with these two, company code, company, we require all these configurations to maintain our practice, right? So I need to copy this from SAP source file. Fine. Any doubt is there? Fine, if not,
Hello.
Sir,
all these components will come under, which comes under financial department.
Yes.
Like, what you're telling is FICO, right?
Yeah, FICO, right, FICO. In real time, these configurations will be maintained by FICO department or FICO consultant. As a consultant, we are not going to create this, but here for practice we require all these things, but we are not having any FICO consultant support, right? We need to create all these things. Either we need to create or we need to copy from source file. Yes, Naveen, tell me. Yes. Naveen?
We can copy these global parameters from SAP files.
Correct.
For example, is 0000
Uh-huh.
Any one, right?
Any one of these, not all, any one of these.
Any one of them.
Yes, any one of these.
That we will get the all five parameters.
All parameters, yes. We can copy all parameters like that. Either one of these we can use, that's it. Not all. Fine. Okay, we'll stop here today, and we'll continue the class Monday. Tomorrow we are not having class. Saturday and Sunday we are not having class. We'll continue the configuration in the system from Monday. Okay. Okay, then bye. Good night.